Hey folks, this is going to be a how to fix this gear shift indicator plastic piece that popped off on a 2009 Nissan Versa. Haven't really made any of these at all, in fact. Watched quite a few of them, different videos on different subjects on how to do things, which is a nice change because BC, before computers, you relied on either your neighbor's knowledge. You're lucky you'll go to the library, find some topics, or you just figure this shit out on your own. So anyway, that's where we're at. Let's get started. Okay, so basically you've got this top panel piece. This separates from this one here. Back on this one, you've got a socket, 120 watt, 12 volt that you can plug in. So that's going to be connected to a wire bundle, probably going back this way. And then we have this piece that we need to take off. I believe we're going to have to take these apart and take that off the main shaft. Sorry, it's going to be up here to get to this piece, so we can pull this off, reconnect it. Should snap on, and then put it back together. All right, so let's get started. I just got a flathead. You can also use hook and pick sets if you have any. Basically look like this. So just do it lightly so you don't have to damage it. And by doing such, you just separate those two right there and pop the panel off. All right, so put your flathead in here. I'm pushing forward, getting underneath it. I want to pop this up. So by doing so, getting hold of it, and we'll bring it back like so. It'll pop out on the sides, and then just wiggle that forward. And as you can see, there's your connector. It's not necessary to disconnect it. I'm just going to move it out of the way. Alright, so it's not necessary to get your screwdriver up. You can do it if you want. I'm just taking my fingers, popping that up. So what you see here is this piece coming up, and then I'm bringing it up off of that. And I'm just going to bring it up over the shifter, which leads us to this component. This is where we want to take this off. We've got a couple pieces here. Okay, a little bit ago I was showing you these pieces up here, these tabs. Disregard. So to pop these out, there's a little hole right here. I can put the screwdriver in and just treat it with leverage, bring it back, and it'll lift itself up and out. And by doing so, that popped the other side out. I would have just worked the other one as well. Now back over here, there's this piece. Do the same thing. Maybe we'll get all corners on this. We'll figure it out here in a minute. Let's try this side. There it is. So that released both ends. And now we can maneuver it. Now mind you, there's wires underneath here because it's connected to, there's a light down there for the indicator, if you can see it. So you don't want to just go yanking this out, but we can shift it down a little bit. Now we're going to have to bring this up and over here so we can get to that. So ultimately what we're going to do is just put your hands down here and move it down. It slides on down. So after we slide this down, there's a little wire right there that we got to pop out. You can use your screwdriver Or if you got needle nose, you could do that too. Yeah, let's see if we can get it in here. And that's it. Looks like a cotter pin. But anyway, it slides in there, holds it together. That shifter. So now we can just pull that off. And there you have it. So, shifter cover, at least, is off. And now we can get this piece up and over. Alright, so I was talking about that wire a minute ago. It's a green wire, it's underneath. It's down there. Basically, bring this up and rotate it. The connection's right here. You can just turn it to the right and pull it down. And that's your light bulb, which lights up this indicator right here. Alright, so basically we separated these two pieces here, and they're at the corner points, like where they snapped on. If you can see that, but anyway, so this would have been the top part right here that slid down with the cover of it would be on top of that. So to be clear, this is the top part that would sit on this right here, and then thus go down the shaft. Okay, so now let's just get this out of the way and get to this cover. So this cover, it's got the slider on the back. It's got that little target right there. That's where it would sit in the window. Well, ideally, as you shift it, you could be able to see park, reverse, neutral, drive, 2, 1. So the goal is to get this back. Get this back in here. So we want this piece to sit like so. So top part. And just lay it down. It should snap in. Yeah, if you heard that, there's a big old click. I mean, this thing is not going anywhere, and it's secure. So ultimately, if I pushed hard enough, I could pop it back out. But anyway, it's in there. It's got the clips that holds it in. And then ultimately, we want to get this piece right here back in the groove. So we just basically just lay it in there. There's nothing secret about it. Just put it there, and as the shift moves, it'll go across the 1, 2, neutral, drive, reverse, park, all that fancy stuff. So that's it. Now the goal is to get this piece back on this guy right here. Alright, so with this laid here, take your bottom piece and we're going to marry it back. And we're talking about these clips. Well, they're snaps really. They kind of fit in to the bottom piece there. I broke one off. That's on me. So it should stick there and should stay there. Sorry. Let's just get it back in its place. I'm just going to put some effort on it. Push it down to where it snaps. Alright, now that we got this back together, should have made another video on how not to cuss. Anyway, this hole right here is where that light is going to go through. So we're going to bring this back online in a minute, but we're going to slide it down and rotate it And I'm going to go ahead and get this piece in the hole. And then we turned it left to pull it out. We're going to get it in the hole and turn it right. And there you have it. It's reseated. And this is back on. That's what we want to see. Now we're just going to reverse order everything. Alright, so we're going to reverse order, put the cover back onto the shifter. You can leave this separated because we're going to put that ring back in. So now it's sitting in there. And now we're going to take this ring. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little gap right there. Bring this back up. Alright, so we got our cover back on. Just need to clean up around here so it looks like ash. And then we're going to place the cover back on here. Place it back over, it'll snap back in. And then we'll snap this piece back in, and then we're good to go. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. And if I find anything else I want to show the view or show to YouTube, then I'll put it back out there as a how-to. Have a good one.